Hello again, nephews. Welcome to another needlessly convoluted video where I break down the hard facts, unpopular opinions, and surprising statistics of the NBA. In this video we discuss why marijuana should be legalized in every state.
Stay off the weed!
Okay, never mind. Maybe some other time then. We will however be discussing another sort of nugget as we examine the 3 reasons why I think the Denver Nuggets will win the Western Conference next year. Let's get started. 1. The Nuggets backcourt will take a huge leap forward and be among the best in the West. When we look at the landscape of the Western Conference, with Klay Thompson being an unknown due to injury and the Houston Rockets having potential synergy problems with Westbrook and Harden, it's very likely after Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum that Jamal Murray and Gary Harris will be the next best backcourt entering the season. Let's do a quiz. Can you guess which 2 players had the following stat lines? Okay, so here are the answers. Player B is Jason Tatum last year. Player A is Jamal Murray from 2 years ago. Yes, these statistics are correct. 2 years ago Jamal Murray at age 20 was statistically similar to 20-year-old Jason Tatum last year. Last year Murray took another step forward, upping his points, assists, and rebounding production. This did cost a bit of efficiency, but I see him adjusting as he gets more years into the league. I see people hyping up Jason Tatum all the time as a potential future great player who will take a leap forward next year into all-star level, yet nobody talks about Jamal Murray the same way. I understand this is due to Tatum's impressive 2018 playoff run, but you can argue Jamal Murray's last season run was just as good. Murray is a year ahead in the process right now compared to Tatum. With last year's playoff experience under his belt, he's in line to have a major breakout year. Don't be surprised if he makes the Western Conference All-Star team. Gary Harris meanwhile is more of a question mark due to health. But check out his scoring efficiency in the past. In 2017 Harris scored 14.9 points a game on 61.1 TS%. In 2018 Harris scored 17.5 points per game on 59.7 TS%. Both these seasons were comparable to Klay Thompson's most efficient seasons. Obviously Harris is no Thompson, but the shooting potential is there. If Harris regains his old form, there won't be a defense that can stop both him and Murray.
Trying to get by Capella, who's got some length. And Murray knocks it in.
2. Nikola Jokic will have an MVP level season. Let's get one thing straight. Nikola Jokic is a goddamn monster. This dude is 7 feet 250 pounds and can pass the ball like Magic Johnson. People don't know this, but between games Jokic chugs 4 liters of Coca-Cola, goes into the woods, and takes on the first large animal he sees, whether that be a moose or a bear. People often mistake him for having low endurance, but actually he's just tired from fighting the animals.
Bradley. Baseball pass, Murray's got it, and he puts it away!
In all seriousness, I really do think Nikola Jokic has been severely underrated by the national media for quite some time now. What's insane is during last year's playoffs the player that led all players in PER was Nikola Jokic. Yes, that includes Kawhi Leonard, the man many regard right now as the best player in the league. Obviously Jokic isn't the closer Leonard is or nearly the defender. However, from a statistical standpoint, it's time that people acknowledge Jokic is as impactful as previous MVP and MVP candidates such as Anthony Davis, James Harden, and Joel Embiid and what he brings to the table. He very well could be our next year's MVP. 3. The Nuggets are the only team with major roster continuity. Of the top Western Conference contenders next year, only 3 teams will enter the season with their best 2 players from last year. the Blazers, the Nuggets, and the Jazz. The entire rest of the Utah Jazz starting lineup outside Gobert and Donovan Mitchell is shaken up. The Blazers also enter the season without marquee players in last year's rotation like Seth Curry, Morris Harkless, Al-Farouq Aminu, and Enes Kanter. Meanwhile, in an off-season with unprecedented free agent movement, the Nuggets changed nothing about their structure. 12 out of 15 players from last year's Nuggets team will still be on the roster next year, including all their key rotation guys. This will give the Nuggets a level of synergy that the rest of the Western Conference will not have yet. Shaq and Kobe took a few years before figuring it out in LA. The Warriors lost in the playoffs for a couple years before finally their players developed enough to win a championship. Even the 2011 Miami Super Team did not win a championship in the first year.
Well, here we go against 46-40. Alley-oop, Harris. Oh, yeah!
With so many teams in the West trying to figure out the nuances of each piece and where they fit, the Nuggets have a huge advantage of having a system they already know work and can focus on the details of game planning for each opponent instead. On top of that, the Nuggets have a counter to every marquee star in the league. Steph Curry? Nuggets will throw Gary Harris on him. Kawhi Leonard? Torrey Craig got their back. LeBron James? Paul Millsap about to old man game the old man. Anthony Davis? Ah well, he'll be injured anyways. So to sum it all up, the Nuggets are going to win the Western Conference because Jamal Murray and Gary Harris are studs, Jokic is a monster, and they got the whole squad back. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe for more content. Have a nice day.